Libra, this is your weekly tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries. It is a tarot card reading and astrology forecast for the next 7 days ahead. This energy may pop off at a specific time, but it reaches you at exactly the right time when you need to hear it. So this message does not have a specific date on it, though the astrology in it will. The ripples will reach you sometime after the astrology goes down. So it all depends on the message comes to you when you're ready to hear it. Let's put it that way. Please take the energy that I'm going to describe to you and allow it to settle into wherever it resonates in your life. This is your reading. There's always an extended reading, and I hope that you'll join me for that. The link to that is down in the description box below, and I'll pin it to the top of the comment section as well. And Libra, remember, I have a second YouTube channel called Astrology Motivation, and I invite you there every single weekday to join me for a general tarot card reading live chat. I love you guys, and I hope to have you there. We're going to get into the astrology. In fact, the astrology is going to come at you throughout the entire reading. We're going to delve into and unravel the current situation. There's a whole hell of a lot of cards that fell out in the past, and that only happens when a shit ton that comes from the past is impacting what comes out now. So we got to dive into it, and then we'll get into predictive. Please remember, this is an entire reading. The energy stacks and the message continues to reveal itself. Watching 10 minutes of it doesn't make much sense. Watch the whole thing. Okay. The astrology is extremely complex. It starts out exceptionally beautiful for you in a lovely and very peaceful conjunction with Mercury. You entered Sagittarius basically with Mercury. I think you went in like a day. Venus went in a day ahead of time. For you guys, Libra, Sagittarius is your third house. So a lot of things that are going to be, well, it's your native third house. You apply it to how it is happening in your life, because Sagittarius may not be your third house. But generally speaking, third house has to do with friendships, siblings, one-on-one conversations taking place between people. And that is Sagittarius. So talking to everybody, thinking about everybody, getting everybody together, learning everybody's language, being able to speak to many different people. I mean, this is a very Libran thing to do, right? Be able to understand everybody's language, to get everybody to communicate to each other. It is a Libra superpower. The complexity in the astrology lies with, by the middle of this week, by Saturday, Sunday, the Libra Mercury conjunction is going to be in a hot spot. Let me explain. It is going to be trine to Chiron. It is going to be sextile to Saturn. It is going to be, it's going to be sextile on Sunday. It's going to be sextile to Saturn conjunct the moon, which is only going to last for a day, but the sextile to Saturn is going to stay. And then by midweek, right, by Saturday, Sunday, it's going to be square to Neptune conjunct Jupiter. It's going to be still trine to Chiron, and it's going to be in direct opposition to Mars in retrograde. It took a lot for me to say. And it is as much as you expect. So, holy shit show, Libra. This week is going to be really intense for you. It's going to be really intense. It's going to be really active. It's going to be really bold. It's almost like a lot of things are going to happen in a very little amount of time. If you've ever watched like a Shakespearean play, like in a night, everything can change. In a week, all the shit's going to hit the fan, and there's going to be a lot of shifts, dynamic energy. A lot of it is extremely productive. So be happy about that, especially when that sextile to Saturn forms. Woo, woo. There's a stabilizing sense of bring it on, bitch, because I'm going to take care of this step by step, and I'm going to build this to last. This is just a beautiful energy for you, especially with working with parental figures, father figures especially, or authority figures. Somebody that is really going to want to work with you. Great time for career advancement. Great time, especially conjunct to Mercury, for you to get into a conversation and convince somebody of something, or to look really good as you're saying it, and to have a wonderful outcome that you can strike maybe for the both of you. The square to Neptune and Jupiter is challenging because there is a lack of faith that's being shown. It's almost like maybe you feel like you don't really believe in the situation, so you have to kind of control it. So that will be a challenging energy, as well as maybe too high expectations, expecting too much, going way outside or stepping outside of a comfort zone, which is always good, but to the extent of people can't even get it, or you don't feel really connected to it, or what you had hoped was going to happen isn't happening, or you're not convincing the right people. And then we have the Chiron trine, which is lovely. It means that old situations are healing. It means that whatever this crap that's built up from the past is, I'm almost scared to look at it, but I'm gonna. It's healing. It's honestly teaching you how to be a better person and how to heal others and how to move forward with your life without pain and suffering by using what you've been through to really practically apply it. And then by the end of the week, by the last 2 days of this week, the Venus-Mercury conjunction, which is growing further apart throughout the week, right? It's going to be in direct opposition to Mars retrograde. So, and Mars is in Gemini, which rules communications. Things that you promised, things that were left unsaid, promises that were made, but they were made before they could really be made with integrity. All of that shit is coming up and it's going to hit the fan, and it's really intense because it's between Venus and Mars, which means there's extreme sexual energy, fieriness, incompatibility that may become compatibility that may become incompatibility, but the tensions are high, and so is the energy with regards to what was said. So it's almost like a huge dramedy that happens in 1 week's time. Let's get into the cards to explore the details on that, shall we? Okay. Nothing is revealed to me so far. Sometimes the card flips over, and we have, in the current situation, see the big picture and trust in the magic. You're looking forward to a new start and a new beginning, and you have high hopes, high expectations, and wonderful sense of, this is destiny, this is going to come to me, this is happening, I can see now. So you got your sights set on where you want to be. Let's work up how we got there from the past, because there's a lot of past shit. It's almost like now, by the end of this week, you will be absolutely certain as to which is the right direction for you. And so if this week offers you anything that is a blessing, Libra, it is that you will be absolutely clear, and you will be strong enough to, whatever hits come at you, absorb them, deflect them, and not really be floored by them, but actually put them to practical use. This is about being able to see in the future, including, this could be finances overall, and trust in the magic, as in financially everything working out, or being able to put down payments on things, or kind of branch, like just be able to plan and know that you've got yourself covered, especially financially, because this is Taurus energy, but it's smart Taurus energy. You know what I'm saying? It's smart. It's also being able to, I think, expand the way that you've understood yourself and your own personal value and capabilities. So these are opportunities that are opening up for you, because you're opening up your talents to different applications for them. Okay, let's go into the past. This is a lot of cards. We have lay a solid foundation, beaver, which is hard work. And then we have bring a gentle, you've worked really hard on something that you've loved, or something that you've cared for and nurtured. You've been nurturing it. It had to do with open to infinite possibilities. It had to do with the fact that you saw potential in this. You saw that this was worth investing in, this person, this opportunity. Somebody was worth investing in, and it definitely said you went hard and dived deep. You fell in love. You fell in love with an idea, you fell in love with a job, you fell in love with a situation, you fell in love with a person that you knew needed a lot of TLC, but ultimately decided I'm going to go for it because there's a lot of potential here and you've worked really hard on this situation. Dream the world into being. It is everything that you wanted to take into the future with you because it was in response to some horrible, terrible past or it's like this opportunity offered you a chance to get away from a past that you didn't want to repeat. Not that you were necessarily escaping it, but it was like, I deserve better. I want that dead. This is my, speed train ticket out into the fast lane. Love is all around. You loved everything about it. But you also loved the opportunities it was presenting to you. If this was a person, it wasn't just them that you loved. It was what they represented and the opportunities they presented to you that you loved. This doesn't mean you're a gold digger. It just means that the person was attached. You love the person so much because they were everything that you wanted to be, and everywhere they were going, you wanted to go. If this was a person, this could be also an opportunity. Sometimes life stings. Wasn't as easy as you thought it was going to be. This was very emotional. I think it brought up a lot of fears, resentments, sadness, and irritations from the past. I don't think that it stopped you from really loving and being psyched about this, but Scorpio means sometimes life stings. Somebody was always nagging you, always trying to get at you, or something was always nagging you. Time to let go. Yeah, it was gnawing at your heart. What was this, Virgo? What was gnawing at your heart? Truth transcends illusion. We're going to find that out now because that's what's coming up to the surface. The thing that was gnawing at you. In this perfect situation, in this perfect scenario, in this thing that you just absolutely love so much, there was always something nagging at you. And now it is up here on the surface and we need to confront it because you are about to take a huge leap forward. You're about to sign some paperwork or make something official when it comes to this dream come true. You are starting. Maybe you're thinking about marrying this person. Maybe you're thinking about buying your first home. This is about to become validated, legal, and for real. And you're thinking about growing and expanding, but there's still this little nagging fucking thing that you've held on to, and it's something big because it's like a bunch of scorpionic energy, and Scorpio don't do nothing small. And the thing about this is you're going to be confronted by Pluto this week. There is a semi-square that's forming between the Venus-Mercury conjunction and Pluto right at the time of this new moon. Baby guys, baby girls, baby dolls, guys. This is so important. This is the new moon. This represents the new moon, right? The time when there is growth and expansion and new starts. You are about to make a huge new decision and plant a new seed with the highest hopes and highest expectations in fertile soil. But please don't do it ignoring what has been nagging you. Because that will immediately plant your new seed with toxicity. And a new seed planted with toxicity grows bitter fruit. Rewind that and play it again. A seed planted with toxicity, no matter how fertile the rest of the soil is, if you plant it knowing there's toxicity with it, it may grow, but it will grow bitter, rotten fruit. Don't do it. Confront that toxicity. We have got to get into what that toxicity is. You know, I'm going to say this right now. I'm going to call you out on it. Please leave your comments below if you want to talk back, shout back, holla back. You already know. You ain't stupid. You already know what it is. This is the most fertile, beautiful time to plant something new. Make it good. Make it beautiful. The soil is not going to purify the toxicity. You are going to intoxicate the soil. Don't take this beautiful fucking energy and gross it up because you didn't want to deal with some shit that has been nagging you for a while. You've been hiding it and you've been pushing it down. But the truth has got to come out. And this is my optimism, that the truth will come out so that you can purge the toxicity, so that you can plant in this beautiful energy without fucking it up. And by that I mean by planting with toxicity. And eventually, because whatever is planted in the soil will grow. But will it grow straight? Will it grow crooked? Will it grow healthy? Will it grow unhealthy? And will the fruit it bears be healthy fruit? Or will it be filled with grossness and toxicity and bitterness? Because the tree will grow. The soil it's planted, it's going to last. It'll stay. But it doesn't mean the toxicity won't come out. And that's what I want you to be extremely aware of. Which means, be honest. Be absolutely, brutally honest this week about everything, and especially be honest with yourself. Because the thing is this, you are going to be tempted to try to stuff. You know that scene from Cinderella? And I don't mean Disney Cinderella. I mean like the Grimm tales, the old fairy tale Cinderella. Let me review if you've never heard the story. Same thing, glass slipper, only fits Cinderella. But the evil stepsisters want what was made for Cinderella. That's the wanting. That's the desire. They want to get out of their toxic situation, but they haven't cleared out their toxicity. And that is why they are willing to do something extremely gross, which is, if you remember the old fairy tale, one sister cut off part of her toe to squeeze into the shoe, and the other sister was willing to cut off part of her heel to squeeze into the shoe. And both times, at first, it worked until the prince saw that there was blood dripping from a shoe, what they had done, and drug him back to that toxic household. The thing is this. In this very fertile, beautiful, magical soil of the new moon, the prince won't catch the blood dripping. You'll get what you want, but you'll be handicapped the rest of your life. It won't be your dream. It'll always have the toxicity of the lie that you told yourself. So the way to really get your dream come true, really have the life that you want, is to show how much integrity you have and be fucking honest with yourself. Tell the truth and it'll set you free. And then you'll be looking at a future that you will absolutely love, because whatever you plant now, Libra, is absolutely gonna grow. Absolutely. Conclusions are within reach, and be bold and make the first move. What does it say? You're the one that has to tell the truth. You're the one that has to say something. And it's telling the truth to yourself. Be bold and make the first move is saying cardinal moon, cardinal. You're the cardinal sign in the situation. I don't know if you're dealing with another cardinal sign, but that is legitimately Libra saying it's got to be you. It's got to be you that says, I'm not doing this if it's not absolutely perfect. And you should. You should say it. It's not about perfection. It's just about truth. It's about truth. If I'm not being honest with myself, I'm not moving forward. If this toxicity is toxicity, I'm going to deal with it. I'm going to weed it out. I'm going to acknowledge it so that I can get rid of it. Let's get into the details. What is this toxicity? That's what I want to know straight up. What is this toxicity? What is this? First of all, it's that you are so ambitious and want something so bad, you were willing to, it's like, that's number one. You're willing to do anything to get yourself out of a rut. Seven of Pentacles means you've been working and trying and working and stuck on something. You kept going around and around and around. It hasn't gotten any better. But you still wish for it. You still want it. You're still at this new moon wishing for what hasn't worked out in the past. Stop wishing for what hasn't worked out and start wishing for the answers to why something hasn't worked out. And once you get those whys, then you can work out, what am I really wishing for? What do I really want? and pick through and get the stuff with integrity. Because yes, there is a wish that you're going to get. There is advancement that you're going to have in something that has just been stuck, and it's just been stuck. But Four of Pentacles is this. It's coming back around to say you're holding on to it. You're clinging on to something too much. Or whoever you're dealing with is going to be a little bit too greedy and not be as flexible as you really need them to be. This could be you leaping into something and getting yourself stuck because you wished so bad you forgot to see if what you were wishing for was really good for you. Listen, you want another fucking tarot card reader that's going to fucking tell you stupid shit like you're going to get whatever you want. Oh my God, your dreams are coming true. Libra, you're going to get whatever you want. And oh my God, your dreams are coming true. Except that Neptune rules dreams and it's square to Venus, which rules you. Which means there's personal deception. Watch out for these tarot bitches who don't know astrology too, because they don't know the whole story, okay? I'm going to tell you straight of what's right for you and what's good for you. You have the ability to really take off this week. Don't do it lying to yourself, because you're not going to like where you land. Let's get into the extended. I'll see you there.